Uduak with Ladybrille magazine, your #1 African fashion and entertainment magazine for the West. We're here at the Academy of Art University for the annual fashion show. In addition, we are going to see the Academy, the school, will be honoring Max and Lubov Azria, BCBG folks. So we're really excited. It's going to be a great time. I'll be talking to some people. You get a chance to watch the show. Come with me. Let's have a good time. It's Uduak again with Ladybrille magazine, and I'm here with Gladys. Hi Gladys, how are you?
I'm very well. You?
Very well. Gladys Palmer.
That is Perrin Palmer.
Perrin Palmer. Okay. I always
That's okay.
the order. I always somehow
That's
miss it. So your school has been responsible for bringing some of the most amazing names down here to basically bring the industry over here to San Francisco. From Vivian Westwood to the late Alexander McQueen, and the list goes on.
Azria.
Yes.
Oscar de la Renta.
Of course. All the big names. So what is it about your school that draws all these huge names to San Francisco?
Well, most of them are personal contacts. And we use our contacts. We do what the Chinese call guangxi, which is networking.
And your school also, in terms of the students, always produce some great, remarkable work that we've continued to see. Could you tell us a little bit about how you've seen the fashion industry evolve over time and how you're teaching your students to basically meet the expectations in the evolving industry?
Well, you might have noticed that many of us are from Britain.
Yes.
And that's not an accident, because St. Martin's School of Art, School of Fashion, was founded by a woman called Muriel Pemberton, who invented fashion education, as is known all over the world. And we follow in her footsteps. And she had some extraordinary ideas that she made come true. And, you know, she would say things like, learn the rules and then learn to break them. And she also said, hire the best people and let them get on with it. In other words, don't micromanage. So we hire the best people. If they work out, great. If they don't work out, too bad. And they're gone. So, and the other thing that Muriel Pemberton liked to do, she took once you've learned the basics, you could then branch out in your own direction. So we're not a cookie cutter school. I've been to school fashion shows where every student was a reflection of the head of the school. So you didn't know where one student began and the other one. There's a school in France, and I won't say, where once time everybody looked like Comme des Garçons. You didn't know where they started or where they finished. We tried to, you know, if a student wants to do menswear, that's fine. If they want to do, God help them, bridal wear, we let them do that. If they want to do children's wear, God help them, we let them do that. You know, so if they want to do something, we don't say, oh no, you can't, you must do this. If they want to do knitwear, they do knitwear. If they want to collaborate, so there is a sort of a sense of choice, but within boundaries.
Thank you so much for
My pleasure. Thank you for coming, and I love that color on you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here with Susie Menkins. She does not need any introduction. If you don't know who she is, please Google her. Hi Susie, how are you?
I'm great. Pleased to be in San Francisco and to see all these students doing such fabulous things.
Fabulous. We'll talk about that pretty soon. But first, how was your trip getting here?
It was good. I came from the Metropolitan Museum, New York Gala, so it was quite something, you know, going from seeing Madonna in her ripped hose doing her punk thing, because that was the theme, and then nipping on a plane and getting here.
Awesome. Well, you've been supporting the Academy of Art for all these years. What makes you continue to come down all the way from the UK and going through all this?
You know, students and what they're doing, they are our future in fashion. They are the people who come up with the ideas, the textures of fabrics, they're experimental, they do interesting things. And they're going to be the big cheeses of the next 10 years.
Okay, well, one quick thing before I move any further. You also know there's a fashion show tonight, and then Lubov and Max being honored. What do you think about that, particularly with the Academy of Art extending such honor to them?
And I think it's great that the BCBG is something that is helping all women, young and old, actually to look good. And not everything has to be Karl Lagerfeld and Chanel. It's very important to realise, and it's the same for the students. You know, wonderful if some of them are going to work for Givenchy or whatever, but also great if they're going to make clothes that people can afford and that ordinary people wear.
Okay, so let's transition and let's talk about last year. You put on an amazing conference in Italy and had some of the most prominent names across Africa because that was your spotlight. Amoyemi Akerele from Nigeria, where I also hail from, Dr. Precious Moloi Motsepe from South Africa, who does the Mercedes-Benz South Africa Fashion Week, and so many more. Why was it important for you to have such an event?
I believe in the promise of Africa in many different areas. My speciality is fashion, and that's where I see two things as far as Africa is concerned. I see two things as far as Africa is concerned. I see Africa as a consumer, as a growing number of middle-class consumers with good taste who want to spend money. And I also see the wonder of the work that's done by human hands. You know, if you talk about luxury today, do you really think that something made in a factory, a long line-up of handbags, is really the most luxurious thing in the world? No, the great luxury of the 21st century is to have things that are made with love and care by human hands, and there's a lot of that in Africa.
With the sexy, powerful, confident Lubov Azria, and as you already know, Ladybrille is all about intelligent, forward, progressive women. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I love that introduction. Very nice.
Well, I mean, a brand that you built, a successful brand, California-based, the bandage dress that every woman around the globe has something, or I've heard of the dress. It's really great to have you here in San Francisco.
Thank you.
So the Academy of Art is honoring you and your husband, Max, right?
Yes.
For all of your remarkable contributions. Before we talk a little bit about the business of fashion, tell us what it means for you to come to an institution like the Academy of Art and to be honored here.
It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, to get a doctorate degree is beyond my wildest dreams, you know? And so I had an incredible time touring the space yesterday, and I had a chance to meet some students. A lot of my employees are from the school, so it's really exciting to be able to, you know, take them with me and have them even explain more about the school. It's an incredible honor, so I'm thrilled.
Okay, so from being honored, let's sort of go back for where you started. First, I know you've talked about it so many times, but please indulge for a minute. How did the bandage dress become this phenomenon that we know?
Well, it's all started with, we are the first house, BCBGMAXAZRIA group is the first house, we're the first ones who actually bought a couture house in Paris.
Wow.
So Harvey Leger is actually a French brand that we bought, and at that time Harvey Leroux was a designer there, and so we worked together, but it didn't work out. So later on we took the brand to Los Angeles, and we started working with the technique that Harvey Leroux developed, which is bandages. And what was amazing about it is it took us about 6 years to develop the technique, the tension, because Harvey Leger dress is not a cut and sew dress. It's actually is a knit, and it's individual. It's like mummifying. So it's individual bands. They're sewn by hand that really mold to your body. So it's quite extraordinary. And I think the first time we really felt the demand for the dresses when Rachel Zoe, who was at that time only a stylist, was an amazing, amazing person, you know, went into our vintage library, and she needed to dress her clients, her starlets. And so she picked out 5 or 6 dresses, and the moment they went on the red carpet, our phones did not stop ringing. There was such demand for the product. And I have to say that for us, it is the customer that votes for the dresses. We ourselves wanted to keep it very small. We didn't want to sell too much. We wanted to keep it like very couture, but the demand was so overwhelming. So it's been such an exciting journey, and I'm just thrilled to continue.
So let's take some of that journey and spread the love to all the fashion business entrepreneurs out there.
Absolutely.
2 questions I'm going to ask you and then wrap it up. The first one is the business of fashion. A lot of creative types have, you know, one person who does the business side and then the other person who does the creative side.
Right.
And at some point, there's always that intensity and trying to just figure it out. How have you made it work? Because it's really tough, especially when you're working also with family. How have you been able to make it work?
It's very tough. You're absolutely right, but you have to find balance. Max is a global. Like when he first hired me, I met him on a job interview, and he only asked me 2 questions. Are you global or are you detail-oriented? I said, I'm very detail-oriented. And he said, I'm global. And I think that's the way we've been working. Yeah, thank you.
That's a great fit.
You know, Max is an incredible visionary. It's about business. You know, he loves making business, and I love making women feel and look wonderful.
So the final question, which is, what makes a brilliant designer? Obviously, you're doing something right, and most importantly, from a woman perspective, not only a brilliant designer, but a brilliant woman. The Ladybrille woman is the brilliant woman, right, everyone? So what makes a brilliant designer and a brilliant woman?
Their vision, their perseverance, you know, and their passion.
Awesome, awesome responses. Thank you so much.
My
Congratulations and
pleasure.
much continued success in all that you do.
Thank you.
You're doing fabulous, and you definitely, absolutely inspire a lot of women, including myself, with what you do. Thank you.
Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you.
There are around 18 collections, I think, in the show, individual designer collections. So you're going to hear, where you're going to see some different designer voices. Everyone has their own point of view. Everyone has their own kind of unique skill set and customer that they're designing for. Very serious group of designers have crafted and honed their talent to hopefully this could launch their careers into a job in the fashion industry. So, you know, a lot of creativity and a lot of excellence.
The magic words. They're going to become like fairy dust. Max and Azria, by virtue of the authority granted by the charter to the Academy of Art University of the state of California, by the powers vested in me by the governing board, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters with all rights and privileges pertaining thereunto, and we thank you for your contribution to art and design. Hello everyone. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I have to say I'm so impressed. This is beyond. This is truly beyond. I hope you know that's what we are to be here and be part of this. I want to thank you. Max and I are so honored. We feel so blessed to be part of the Academy of the Arts family. With the mantra, built by artists for the artists, there's nothing better than to be honored by your honor. I came to the Academy of Arts to receive the degree, but what I leave with is the lasting reward of inspiration and excitement for the future. You are to Dr. Stevens, you are truly an example of innovation and creativity. You have taken the vision of your grandparents and you have shaped it in what it is today. I can't wait to see what the Academy has for the future. You're amazing. To Gladys Palmer, oh my gosh, I've been a fan of your work for so long. You have chosen fashion as a canvas to your art. Through your illustration, you have shown us the magic of fashion. To Simon, hi Simon. Simon, you are a fantastic designer and a visionary. Although it takes a rare gift to find and nurture your talent, your passion and dedication shows in every flawlessly produced fashion show. And to everyone here, Susie Mencken said it best. Fashion is a mirror to our society and culture. It captures the essence of our time and expresses our voice. To the students, remember, if you love your job, you will never work another day in your life. And if you live your life with passion, you will design the life of your dreams.
Lift me up, let me go all silvery. Planet smooth while you're lying next to me. Lift me. Lift me. High above, lift me. High above, lift me. Take me up, mountain shiver under me. River on, running river over my feet. Like a world holding me, you're the clouds and the trees. Take my love while you're lying next to me. Lift me. Lift me. High above, lift me. High above, lift me. Lift me.
Everyone for watching. Hopefully you had a great time. You learned a little bit more about the business of fashion. You appreciated all the hard work that the students put into what they do, and of course you saw the dynamic icon and duo, Max and Lubov Azria, and of course Susie Menkes that I spoke with. So log on to www.ladybrillemac.com for more information, and of course continue to check out our videos. Thanks for watching.